Hey guys, it's Gareth here from the Cyber Eyes YouTube channel. Today I am doing a personal deck of mine, deck profile of my Blue Eyes White Dragon build. Believe it or not, I actually built this deck in half an hour so I could play someone, and since doing so, I have actually not lost. So that was an unbelievable coincidence, really, because I didn't think it was going to go that well. But without further ado, let's get straight into the build. Now, I'll go for the monsters of the deck first, of course. What we all want to know. So, of course, with any Blue Eyes, you've got your basic core. Run triple Blue Eyes White Dragon. Basically self-explanatory, I'd say there. And then, of course, paired with the Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon. Now, for you guys that don't really know much about this card, basically, you can reveal the Blue Eyes White Dragon normal monster and you get a free special summon. Being a level 8, that helps you to get the really decent XYZ monsters out. So that's just nice summoning power in this deck. And it's basically what I built it upon. Lots of draw power, lots of summoning power. Sort of going for a first turn kill, really. As soon as you hit that, you obviously want to be going second with Blue Eyes. Now, I also run the one copy of Dragon Spirit White. Handy thing about this card is it's always treated as a Blue Eyes. And it's always treated as a normal monster on a field. But the bonus to it is when it's normal or special summoned, you actually get to pop a spell or trap back row, which we all know is effective. So you can get them combos out without any interruption. Also, if your opponent controls a monster, you can quick effect with this card while it's on the field. You can tribute off and get a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand. Just another extra way of getting another one of these big hitters out. And of course, in the core, we also run the triple White Stone of Ancients. Now, this card, I absolutely love this because it has two effects. Both come in very, very handy. When this card is if it's been sent to your graveyard in the end phase, you get a free special summon of a Blue Eyes monster, in fact, so that broadens your horizons. And you can also banish this card from your graveyard to add a Blue Eyes to your hand. So you're literally just sieving through as well as getting summons. And you pair that with the double White Stone of Legend. When this card is discarded, you can add a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your deck to your hand. So there we've got a nice basic Blue Eyes White Dragon core. And then just to top that final bit off, I also run the double copy of Sage with Eyes of Blue. Just a bit handy if you're running hand traps, because when you normal summon this guy, you can add one level 1 light tuner from your deck to your hand. So that could get you into cards like Effect Veiler, which is obviously good for negating monsters on your opponent's side of the field on their turn. And obviously, if you run any other copies of the collection of the Eyes of Blue, I'll also get you to rummage through some of them as well. Now, I also run a double copy of Starliege Safer. This card is basically like a Foolish Burial for Blue Eyes. Now, you can basically dump dragons, I suppose monsters in fact, to the graveyard. And then you can add, based on the levels you have dumped to your graveyard, you can add that level monster from your deck dragon to your hand. Now, no Blue Eyes would be complete with, obviously, your double copy of Phantasme. This card has been a lot more accessible now due to its reprint in Dual Overload. Thank God, I'm not going to lie. Trying to find £67 for a card like this is impossible in this crunch. Now, good thing about this card, obviously when your opponent summons a Link monster, you get to special summon it and draw up to its Link rating +1. And if your opponent monster activates an effect, card effect that is, or anything that matter, you can negate and destroy by discarding one card. You can only activate each of those effects once per turn. Also running the one copy of the Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. You can special summon this card from your hand by banishing one face-up dragon monster. You can see there's a pattern in this deck, lots and lots of draw power. A lot of basic level 8s in there because I tend to use a lot of level 8s for me XYZs, and you'll notice a few level 7s throughout the deck as I use them to get into some nice saucy and spicy extra deck, which you'll see coming up in a second. And to finish off the deck, just run the 1 copy of Danger Bigfoot, 1 copy of Danger Thunderbird, and the 1 copy of Danger Nessie. These cards are very handy. Reveal them, and then if your opponent doesn't hit them when you're in your hand, like so, you get to special summon it, and based on which one it is, you get different effects. So you always get to draw a card, so that's lots of draw power there. And then if this card gets hit, you can target one of your opponent's set cards and destroy it. Bigfoot is even handier as well. You get to target one face-up card your opponent controls and pop that. And if you pop a Nessie, you get to add 1 danger from your deck to your hand. So we start with this, then they pop it, we get this. Alright guys, so that's the monsters for this deck build. Now I'll move you on to the spells. So we have the 1 copy of Monster Reborn. Good card. Basically self-explanatory. Got the 1 copy of Foolish Burial. And we'll notice a little bit of a pattern here as well. I've got the 1 copy of Dragon's Shrine. Obviously all about dump in to get extra cards. Then we run the 1 copy of the Silver Cry. This card, I just love it. Love its effects. And we run the double copy of the Dragon's Mirror. Good card, comes in handy. Then we run the double copy of the Ancient Rules. Special summon again, guys. Really, really handy. Now, here's where the draw power comes in. 2 trade-in. Discard level 8, draw 2. 2 cards of Reconnaissance. Discard a Dragon Tuner with 1,000 or less, draw 2. All that draw power there really gets through the deck. Then we run the triple copy of Awakening of Melody. Oh, sorry, the Melody of the Awakening. Discard 1 card. Add up to 2 dragons with 3k attack and 2,500 defense. Of course, being the Blue Eyes. And then last but not least, we run the triple copy of Return of the Dragon Lords. Cards of Godsend. Absolutely brings the deck to a lovely new level. Right, guys. Now, moving on to the extra deck. Just run the 1 copy of Hieratic Seal of the Heavenly Spheres. Really, really good card. Obtained it recently and it's really helped the deck out a lot. And for the fusions, we have, that is the only link, by the way, guys. For the fusions, we have 1 copy of Blue Eyes Alternative Ultimate. This card came out in the Mega Tin, and it's really, really made a Blue Eyes Ultimate card bring a Blue Eyes actual deck to life instead of just having a basic 45k here. We also run the 1 copy of the Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon and the 1 copy of the Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Now, moving on to the Synchros. We run the 1 copy of Azure Eyes Silver Dragon. Comes in very, very handy for protecting your dragons. We then run the 1 copy of Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. Now, this is one of my absolute faves. We run the 1 copy of Borreload Savage Dragon. 1 copy of Draco Berserker of the Tenyi. Absolutely devastating cards in this meta. And we run the 1 copy of the Black Rose Moonlight Dragon. Now, that's for the Synchros. Moving on to the XYZs. So, negate stuff. We have the number 37 Hope Harbinger Dragon Titanic Galaxy. That's a bloody mouthful. And we run the 1 copy of Erratic Sun Dragon Overlord of Heliopolis. Brilliant little card. Really, really helped. Now, we have a little bit of a pattern here with the next 3. We run a Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon, number 107. 1 Galaxy Eyes Full Armor Photon Dragon. And 1 Galaxy Eyes Cypher Blade Dragon. Cards all absolutely devastating effects. And just for a generic level 8, we run the 1 copy of Dingirsu, the Orcus Evening Star. Good for sending cards if you can't get rid of them. And if you were running it in a machine deck, like my other deck, I also have Cyber Dragons. I run that in there. It's good for bringing back those banished. Right. So that is the extra deck of my Blue Eyes build. Now, moving on to the final part of the video where I'll be showing you my side. I run the double copy of Levinia. Run the last spare copy of my Phantasme. Due to the ban list, only running the 1 Pancratops. Now, I'm also trialing at the moment the Ghost Mourner and Moonlight Chill from the new Eternity Code pack, which you'll be seeing in my next video after these ones of my booster box and opening. Gonna see if this guy can really work in my deck. Hopefully it can, but we shall see. Now we run the 1 effect Veiler for obviously that search from Sage. We run the 1 card of destruction, really handy for sieving through my deck, and obviously devastating your opponent if they're relying on that hand. Then we run the 2 Twin Twister, good for popping those cards for true Dracos. The triple Super Rejuvenation, more draw power. Now, I only run these 3 traps because they do come in handy, and I don't have the Ultimate Creature of Destruction, which is typically run in my deck. So I have the 1 Infinite Impermanence, 1 Evenly Matched, and 1 Compulsory Evacuation Device, because of also the ban list has hit this. Right, guys, thank you for watching my deck profile today, and I will see you next time. Take care.